Good morning from Yummy BTV. Wishing you all well, sending loads of love your way as usual. Now, coming up tonight is topic night on the live session. I've got a subject or two already that I'm going to go in there with, but any of you with any suggestions of any ideas that you might want us all to bring to the table tonight, let me know throughout the day now. And it might be on a couple of subjects I'm going to talk about briefly right now on this video. But before I do, I found out this morning, someone messaged me this morning and said to me, look, Google your name, Yami, and there's some things about a few murders that you did way back in the day. And I said, yeah. So I Googled it and I read it, and Yami B. Sampson, attached to it, my name is a man with my name of some kind, they're saying directly that I murdered a few people and put bombs in their cars and blew them all up, and I've done a life sentence and come out and blah, blah. Interesting, none of you have ever said that to me, but yeah, you didn't know that about me, because it definitely isn't me. But it makes me laugh because I've been getting little hints in certain places now. I kind of get onto it all because I was in a supermarket the other day and a kid was saying to me, oh, Yummy, man, you killed a few people back in... I was thinking, what ones was he talking about, kind of thing. But obviously, he's probably read that as well. I didn't really want to be known for that kind of stuff. But hey, we talk about Huw Edwards, and you asked me to comment on that. And it's interesting to know that he's not facing no criminal charges and that kind of stuff. Now, Huw Edwards is a brilliant presenter, right? Authoritative, like looks domineering a little bit, doesn't he? He's the complete and utter picture of an old style general or colonel in the army, right? That's the way he looks to me anyway. Now, John Porter describes it, I think, best maybe, John, I think I've got that right. Repressed homosexuality. Interesting. I'm not setting the cat amongst the pigeons, but it's interesting when shame, guilt, and them things are coming into your life where you've been found out about hidden secrets and agendas. Remember, he's got a family as well with children to think about, and so we keep you respectful there. But then the mental health card, he's ended up in hospital. But it might be he genuinely anxiety, depressed, may have depression. But one thing I think we might agree on, I don't understand how people take money, off people and then use, what I'm saying, take the money and then go and sell them down the river. Don't really agree with all that, if you get what I mean. Now, whatever, I don't think he's a Jimmy Savile type, Huw Edwards, right? So I don't know, maybe we're going to see more unfold because there's meant to be a few more allegations, but it doesn't sound like it to me, right? Obviously, it's tarnished his reputation in some kind of way as a family man, a married man, and that kind of stuff. But, don't know what to say really about it. I mean, all I know is he's one of the greatest, but he looks like you have to tread on eggshells around him, though. He looks like he's very, very cutting as well with his answers. You can see, very, very intelligent man, you know what I mean? So working around him and that kind of stuff, right, might be, you know what I mean? Because he seems to know, you know what I mean? Or appears to, you know what I mean, be in touch fully with reality. So it's interesting to find out that maybe it's not all said and done. And someone else was saying this morning, like with other presenters as well, and people who've got real serious mental health. Don't underestimate it. Well put yesterday as well. And then the other thing we could talk about, keep asking me about the death penalty. And well done, miss, for bringing that up. But it's very going to be predictable what I say, because for me, maybe some of you know me inside better than myself, which I think you do, some of you now. The death penalty for specific crimes, I would have to agree. Now, I'm always of the belief, I don't know if I've got this right, but did it get abolished after the Craig and Bentley case? Let him have it, Chris, where the kid that fired the gun on the rooftop with a policeman fired the gun, but Bentley or Craig, I can't remember which one, said let him have it. And he didn't fire the gun, but he's the one that got hanged or whatever, but not the one who fired the gun because he was underage. So they was using that let him have it. Famous story in a film, I think. Let him have it meant, to hand it over kind of thing, or let him have it, shoot him. Mad, innit? But the only thing with the death penalty, we could discuss it tonight if you want, is if the conviction is going to be unsafe. So I'll say more than one murder, you're out. Child killers, you're out. I think serial rapists, yeah, I think you're out too. I believe, wholeheartedly believe that. Now, the thing with the guilt thing is that I'm believing that it'd be like death row anyway, because you would have loads of time. Remember, time has moved on since the Craig and Bentley thing. There's loads of other forensic ways that make it more definite, you know, or maybe even killing a policeman, you got to go because they're upholding the law. The only thing, yeah, in reality, because it would deter criminals going out there and bringing weapons on crimes and things like that, because you could end up using it, especially a police officer in the line of duty. The only thing is, if Winston Silcott, if that was around then, he would have got hanged, wouldn't he? And it took years for him to beat that kind of thing. But with the death row thing, you can sit it out for a few years and let them look at, you know, just in case there's a question that they might not be guilty. That's why I think they abolished it. And if I remember rightly. So you lot let me know that. But you lot have a lovely day. I've got more content coming up shortly. But yeah. See you soon.